Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So as you can see behind me, this is no longer the BMW. That motorcycle is gone. I sold it. I had been thinking about selling it for a while. And the main reason is the BMW was a nice bike, super smooth, easy to ride. But coming from an Italian bike, which I had an Aprilia before the BMW, it just seemed to me lifeless. Pretty boring. So I wanted something new. I was actually gonna buy another Aprilia, but after going down and looking at them, for some reason, the Aprilias to me, the fit and finish on them this year didn't look very well. So I had stopped by Ducati Austin to look at their bikes and just fell in love. It's kind of like, you don't go look at a Lamborghini if you're shopping for Chevrolets, but that's what I did, and that's what I ended up getting. So as you can see behind me, I've got a 2023 V4. It's just the base model, not the S. I could have got the S, it was available, but they're like 7,000, 6,000 more. And basically what you get is, you get the forged wheels and the electronic suspension, which is nice, but I just didn't want to shell out that much more money for it. So as you can see, it's just all stock. I just bought it. It's got like 50 miles on it now from me riding it home. I can't thank Vito at Ducati Austin enough for hooking me up and helping me with this bike. They really, Ducati, it's not just a motorcycle, it's an experience. It really is, and now after buying one, I kind of see what everybody means by that. I've had a Ducati before, but I didn't buy a new one. So it's really something different. But this is the bike, all stock. Basically, we're gonna do the same thing to this we did to the BMW, change the rear sets, the levers, put a tail tidy on it, Rizoma mirrors, you name it. Everything we can do to it. And I tell you, this motorcycle is going to COTA. We are gonna do a track day on it. So basically, to get started, once again, Ducati Austin hooked me up with this new Raid Cycle tail tidy, and we're gonna go ahead and get started on that now. So, all right guys, so this should be pretty straightforward. New Raid Cycle pretty much has the market cornered on these Ducatis on this. I would like to use something different, just different than what everybody uses, but there's really not anything to use that looks better. So, and they do a good job with these, so it's no big deal. So what you have is you have your tail light or your turn signals, and then you have your license plate and your license plate light bracket. So depending on how you connect this, so if you put it that way, obviously the tag will come out away from the bike. And then if you do it underneath like so, everything will be nice and tucked up, tidy, and that's how we're gonna do ours. It comes with all the hardware you need, just simple plug and play light switches. You don't have to cut anything, and then all your hardware, of course. Okay, so to get the factory, whatever you want to call it, tail tidy or fender off, there's two number 4 Allens, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 T20 Torques. And once you get those out, this should separate. Now we'll take our T20, take out these Torques. That is not a T20. All right, so here's the deal with this inner screw. I thought it was a T20. I don't know if they've got Loctite on this or what, but I had to use a T25 and drive it into it. Okay, so we'll go ahead and drop it down. As you can see, hopefully you can see, it's not too dark. There is a zip tie right here that needs to be cut. And then you have your 3 lights that need to be unplugged. So we'll go ahead and snip this zip tie. Then go ahead and press down on the clip. If I can get it to press down. And then unplug them. There's a green and a yellow. And then a white. If you have to, you can use a little pick. Something to get in there. And then you can remove this bulky piece. Okay, now we'll go ahead and remove the rear, whatever you want to call this. Definitely not a seat, but go ahead and remove it so we can get to the 2 screws that are up here. I think we have to get to those. Honestly, I'm not real sure. And then we can go ahead, take our number 4 Allen. And as always, we're going to keep all these parts together, all the factory parts. We'll go ahead and pull these 2 number 4s out right here. Once we get all those bolts out, this should wiggle and come out like that. As you can see, really the only thing that holds it in are these 2 underneath the bottom and then this piece that slides up inside. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna run ours tucked. So basically, these nylon washers go in between here, and then we will take the license plate bracket, put on top, and then put our bolts in. And the short bolt, you have 2 sets of bolts. You have shorter ones and longer, and obviously you want to run the shorter bolts so that when it's tucked. So we'll stick this on. Go ahead and take our short bolts, put them through. Put our nylon washers on. Then put our tail tidy on, and then the lock washers obviously, or the locking nuts, go underneath. So you should have something that looks, you know, like so. Like this. And then we'll go ahead and tighten these up and put them on. So these are 10 millimeter. So we'll go ahead and try to get this as straight as possible before we tighten it up. Kind of get it where we want it. This is a number 4 Allen. Just snug it to hold it. Make sure it's straight on both sides. Like so. And then we'll go ahead and torque it down, obviously, to where we want it. Now that we're not going to run these other holes, we can go ahead and take the plugs. It comes with little plug kits, and we can go ahead and plug these off to clean it up. Okay, so this one I actually had to take and kind of wallow out the hole a little bit because it was too tight to go in. But anyway, there it is. That's basically it. If you want your plate tucked, you put it down here. If you don't, you turn it around the other way and it'll go out. So let's go stick it on. Okay, so I took the liberty of going on ahead and plugging in the plugs. Now the Ducati turn signals are marked yellow, mine anyway, are marked yellow and green, which is ironic because in America, yellow is left and green is right, but on this one it's just backwards. But all you have to do is plug the plugs in. If the two black ones are your turn signals, the white is the license plate light. So if you hook them up wrong, all you have to do is just reverse them. So now what we need to do is feed all this wire into this hole with enough so we can get everything up and tight. So we'll take this and just start feeding it in. There's not tons of space in here for sure. I think this is a number 3, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, number 3, Allen head. You can Loctite this if you want to. I personally am not going to. Just be careful, you know, these are aluminum screws, so be careful not to over tighten them and strip them out. All right, now that we've got the plate back on, which I'll get my permanent plates soon, we can go ahead and check and make sure the turn signals are working. Everything's good. License plate light is working. And then here you can go ahead and get the side profile so you can see just how much better it looks with that than without that factory monstrosity on there. So now all we have to do is go ahead and put the 2 bolts back in the top that we took out that we really didn't need to. Put the strap on, put the seat in, and button it back up. All right, so once again, we will take our number 8 Allen, loosen up this caliper. We might be able to get that out by itself. Honestly, I'm not sure, but we can try. And then tighten this back down to 45 Newton meters. All right, let's go do the other side. So just, you know, another little small detail to remove that reflector. Simple little 5-minute thing. Probably took 30 minutes, I'm guessing, to put the tail tidy on, something like that. Of course, you know, filming always slows everything down. But it looks good. I have big plans for this thing, and I'm super excited. Well, there you go, guys. First couple mods done. Simple install with the tail tidy and removing the front reflectors. Just don't forget, you do have to have those caliper spacers if you do it on your own. I have, like I said, big plans for this bike. It's going to take a little while, but I'm looking forward to it. If you guys watch my videos and you like my channel, please make sure and subscribe. It really helps me out. I think like 70% of the people who watch my videos aren't subscribed, so that would be great. So make sure and leave all your comments in the description below. If you guys have the same motorcycle and you have some mods on yours, let me know what you have as far as rear sets, exhaust. I'm not really sure, but I'm probably not going to use Acura exhaust on this. I'll probably go back with Spark. But let me know, guys, what you think. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.